Is this really from Cullen Brown? Sounds like a burner account, but hey, let's get into it. Welcome to the show. This is our Bears mailbag, something we dive into once or twice a week. And let me tell you, there's never a dull moment when we're talking about the Windy City's team, so Cullen wants to know, is Roschon Johnson or Kyle Monangai more likely to be RB2? And man, that's a good one. I already know Cullen's leaning toward Kyle, and honestly, I get it. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with Roschon. Look, last season was rough for him. No sugarcoating that. Was it all on him, though? Not necessarily. Maybe the scheme didn't fit. Maybe the usage was off. Maybe the offensive line didn't help much. There are always layers, but the numbers, they weren't kind. He was efficient in short yardage and goal line situations. 6 touchdowns on just 55 carries is no joke, but outside of that, the production just wasn't there. That kind of role tanks your yards per carry, sure, but you'd still want to see more pop when he gets a chance. His rookie season, when he was more of a third option, actually looked better than last year when he was expected to step up as the number to dot. And then there's the health. He's had at least one concussion in each of his first 2 years. That's a red flag, especially for a guy who plays with power and doesn't shy away from contact. Those hits add up fast in the NFL. You gotta wonder how sustainable that style is if he's already having head issues this early in his career. Now, flip the page to Kyle Monangai. 2 strong years at Rutgers, very consistent production, and you love to see that. Over 2,500 rushing yards, 21 touchdowns, and right around 5 yards per carry each of those seasons. That's not just good, that's dependable. He wasn't really involved in the passing game there, but early reports out of OTA letters and mini camps say he's looked solid catching the ball. That's a major bonus, especially in today's game where backs need to do it all. Both guys bring physicality. They're built for contact, they run hard, and they don't go down easy. Kyle's contact balance is next level, and Roschon, he'll lower the shoulder and make you feel it. It's going to be a battle, no doubt, and honestly, that's exciting. If you're building depth behind Adree Swift, these are the guys who can push each other and raise the floor of the room. In an ideal world, sure, you want Monangai to win that RB2 spot. Why? Because he's on a 4-year rookie contract. He's cheap, and you've got more runway to develop him without cap pressure. But the best player will play, period. The Bears could still bring in someone else to add to the mix. Always a possibility, but as of now, Roschon's probably got the inside track. He'll get the first shot, and then it's on him to hold on to it. This is going to be one of those real training camp battles to keep an eye on. So what do you think? Who's got the edge? Drop your pick. RJ for Roschon Johnson or CM for Kyle Monangai. I'm leaning Roschon right now, just based on who gets first crack, but I'm rooting for Kyle, and that's not anti-Roschon. Let's be clear. It's kind of like the left tackle situation with Braxton Jones and Aussie Trapillo. If the younger, cheaper guy wins, you're in a great spot long-term. Speaking of long-term value, someone asked if I'd trade a third-round pick for Trey Hendrickson and then give him a 3-year, $100 million deal. Or would I rather go after someone like Shamar Turner, assuming he's still on a rookie contract, for the same pick? I mean, first off, I don't think Shamar Turner's getting traded. That feels like a non-starter, but if we're just playing hypotheticals, give me Hendrickson. Yes, he's older. Yes, that contract's heavy. But this dude has 35 sacks in the last 2 seasons. He's 30, not 33. So you're still getting his prime years. That's worth a third-round pick all day if you're trying to win now. Even if you have to shell out close to $90 million guaranteed, I'd do it now. Let's talk about Keenan Allen. Someone asked if we should bring him back for the veteran minimum if he's still unsigned by training camp. Look, I love Keenan. Caleb Williams clearly trusts him, and there's a reason they brought him in to begin with. But let's be real, there are only a couple of scenarios where that makes sense. 1. If DJ Moore or Roma Duns go down with an injury and you need that steady presence. Or 2. If nobody else steps up as the third wide receiver, maybe Luther Burden isn't ready. Maybe Olamide Zakos doesn't separate himself. In that case, you bring in the vet. Keenan knows the offense, knows the quarterback, and could be a great WR3, but unless something goes sideways, I don't think he's coming back. Now let's pivot a bit. Boom or bust rookies. Who's got the highest ceiling and lowest floor on this Bears roster? Akinmar Turner comes to mind right away. He's got all the physical tools you could ask for, but he's still learning how to play defensive tackle at an NFL level. That's the key. There's a world where he puts it all together and becomes a monster in the trenches. But there's also a scenario where he just never figures it out. You could throw Luther Burden in that mix too. I like him a lot. I think he's got real star potential, but you never know with rookies. Is he locked in? Is he mature enough for the league? I'm not trying to question the guy. I don't know him personally, but the talent is there. And with the right development, he could really shine. And then there's Kyle Monange again. 7th round pick. That's always going to come with questions. Could he turn into a solid rotational back or even a fringe starter who pairs well with a speed guy? Absolutely. Or maybe he just doesn't cut it at this level. That's the risk-reward. With late-round picks, let's shift to the defensive side again for a second. DeMarcus Walker. Would I be interested in bringing him back? Absolutely. It was a bit of a surprise when the Bears cut him, but it probably came down to scheme fit and saving some cap space. If he's still on the market and willing to return on a minimum deal, I'd do it. He brings versatility, can play inside or outside, and he's a leader, veteran presence. Toughness, knows how to prepare. That's valuable, especially if you're trying to make a push this year. And I'll be honest, if the choice is between DeMarcus Walker and Dominique Robinson, I'm taking Walker. Nothing against Robinson, but if I'm trying to win right now, give me the proven guy. And while we're talking about the defensive line, what about the young guys in preseason? There's a bunch I'm excited to watch. Obviously, rookies always get the spotlight. Caleb Williams, if he plays, that's must-see, but I want to see Tyson Bagent too. Can he keep building on what he showed last season? And let's not sleep on Austin Booker. He had a great preseason last year. Can he do it again and earn more reps? Tyreek Stevenson and Terrell Smith, that's another battle to watch. The Bears have depth at cornerback, and those two are going to push each other. Preseason's all about watching those positional battles. Who steps up? Who surprises you? The offensive line is another area to monitor. We know the starters. But who are the backups? Who's stepping up as the swing guy? Ryan Bates, is he healthy? Can he hold down that interior backup role? Luke Newman, a rookie, could get some real snaps. Bill Murray, not the actor, showed some promise before his injury. Can he bounce back and be a reliable depth piece? Then there's the Braxton Jones debate. If Aussie Trapillo wins the left tackle job, do you trade Braxton? Maybe, but only if the return is worth it, if it's a 4th round pick or better. Okay, maybe you listen, but anything less, I'd rather keep him as a swing tackle. You need depth on the offensive line if someone goes down. You want a guy like Braxton who can step in and not tank your season, and let's not forget, this is a guy with starting experience. You don't just throw that away unless you're sure about the alternatives. And don't even get me started on the kicker debate. Cairo Santos is money from inside 50. But anything past that and people get nervous. His long last year was 54 yards and his career long is 55. That's solid, but it's not elite leg strength. That's where someone like Jonathan Kim comes in. Big leg. Can he be consistent? We'll see. But in a cold weather city like Chicago, leg strength matters. Lastly, Major Burns, what are the odds he makes the final 53? I'd say it's about 30%. If the Bears keep 5 safeties, he's right in that mix, competing with guys like Tyum Johnson, Elijah Hicks, and Jonathan Owens. Special teams will be the key. Hicks is a beast on special teams. Owens has NFL starts under his belt. But if Burns can flash on kick coverage and show some range, he's got a shot. Now looking ahead to training camp, there's just a different energy this year. You can feel it. We're in July, the offseason's basically over, and it's time to get serious. The first preseason game is just around the corner. And for guys fighting for roster spots, this is make or break season. This is where you separate the hopefuls from the real contributors. I'm talking about players on the bubble, late-round picks, undrafted free agents. All those guys have one mission, prove they belong. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing after the Chicago Bears reportedly confirmed a blockbuster trade for running back Travis Etienne, signaling a potential explosion in their backfield. While the Bears organization has yet to release a fully detailed statement, sources close to the team suggest that a historic deal is in the works, possibly reshaping the Bears' offensive identity for the upcoming season. Etienne, known for his electrifying speed and versatility, would bring a dynamic element that the Bears have been missing in their ground game. The young running back, who has demonstrated exceptional agility and receiving skills, could become the centerpiece of Chicago's offense, creating mismatches for opposing defenses and providing a consistent threat both on the ground and through the air. Rumors suggest that this trade could be one of the most significant moves in recent Bears history, as the team looks to revamp its roster and find new weapons for their quarterback. With the potential addition of ETIENNE, the Bears could diversify their playbook, allowing for more creative and explosive plays. This move might also indicate the team's intention to lean on a more balanced attack, reducing pressure on their passing game by establishing a potent running threat. Fans and analysts alike are already speculating about how the Bears coaching staff plans to utilize ETIENNE's skill set. His ability to catch passes out of the backfield and break tackles could open up new offensive schemes and give the Bears an edge in critical game situations. Some insiders even believe that ETIENNE's presence could elevate the entire offense, motivating other players and contributing to a stronger overall team performance. Though details about what the Bears might have given up in the trade remain under wraps, the excitement surrounding the possibility of ETIENNE donning the navy and orange is palpable. The prospect of a revitalized running game has sparked conversations about the Bears' chances in the division and their potential to make a playoff push this season. As the offseason progresses, all eyes will be on Chicago, waiting for official confirmation and more information about this potential landmark trade. If the rumors prove true, the Bears' backfield is set for a significant makeover, and the excitement among the fan base is already reaching a fever pitch. Could Travis Etienne be the missing piece that propels the Bears back into contention? Only time will tell, but the buzz is undeniable. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.